how to find out if land is for sale. I'm Ted Thomas. I've been involved as an investor and an entrepreneur for over 30 years. Today's episode is going to answer questions how to find out if land is for sale. I'm also going to reveal how to find out if land is for sale and for real bargains like for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar. We'll get into that a little later on. Okay, now, the easiest way to find out if land is for sale is drive by and see if there's a sign on it. If there's signs on it, well, that's going to help you a lot because then you know that the people do want to sell it. All right, now, if you're going to look for land, where are you going to look? Well, I'm going to always tell you, I would hire a land broker. I wouldn't find a regular real estate broker. I would find a land broker because that's what they specialize in. However, you can always start at the tax assessor's office. That's usually at a municipal office, be downtown or at the county records. And you can go there and the tax assessor can tell you the size of the property. They can tell you who owns it. They can tell you where their property address is. They can tell you whether it has road frontage, whether it's a number of acres or whatever. That's a good place to start. Now, the owner's telephone number is probably not going to be available to you. You certainly can use the mail, and when you use mail, you just mail them and tell them you're interested in buying the property. Before you call the owner of the property, I'm going to suggest you check out all the properties that are around it. So newcomers, they come along and they want to buy something. It's much better to do your research and have some idea of what the property is worth before you start talking to people about buying. Because if they recognize that you're a newcomer, I don't know what they're going to tell you, and you don't know whether you're getting the right answers. So what you need to do is you have to do your research ahead of time. All right, now if you're not familiar with land, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to evaluate and appraise. Why? Does it have water? Okay, does it have road frontage? Does it have power? What kind of soil does it have? What's the size of it? Now, how do you know the size? Are you looking at a survey that tells you, or are you out walking the property, okay? Now, with comparables in a subdivision, it's very easy. Why is it easy? Because the properties are very much the same. They're basically the same size lots, same size houses. Okay, you're probably going to find your new owner right within the same subdivision. All right, so properties are easy to evaluate because there's comparables there in the neighborhood. When it comes to land, it's a whole new ballgame, so it's going to be different. All right, so it's going to be a challenge. All right, you won't know the acreage, so you need to figure out what is it do you want. Now, you're going to have an outcome when you buy land. Is the outcome because you want to cultivate the land? Is the outcome because you want to buy a land that you're going to build your home on? Are you going to have an outcome that you want to raise cattle on it? I don't know what the result you're looking for is. So when it comes to land, you're going to have to do your homework ahead of time. All right, so there's a lot of difference in land than just buying real estate where all the houses are the same. So start checking with brokers. I recommend land brokers. I would not spend a lot of time using a residential broker. I'd find a land broker because not only will they be not knowledgeable about the property, but they're knowledgeable about people that want to sell property. So you want to think about that. Now, can you use Zillow? Can you use Trulia? Can you use Craigslist? Yes, you can use all of those things, but I'm going to start out by saying, get a land broker to help you out. It's a good place to start. They really know what the heck they're doing. Now, don't forget, is it 5 acres, is it 20 acres, or what are you trying to buy? If you don't have an outcome that you're looking for, you don't want to start buying land. You want to know what your outcome is. What are you going to do with this land? What are you going to use it for? So that's why you want to be spending that time with that land broker. Now, people have all kinds of different motivations. I don't know what your motivation is, but entrepreneurs are different. Entrepreneurs are willing to try stuff. They're willing to make mistakes. They're willing to go back and do it again. They realize you have to keep trying to do things. So many people, they dream about making a ton of money or they become famous. I don't know which it is for you. You have to answer that question. Are you an entrepreneur because you're out there trying new things? Are you an entrepreneur because you want to be famous? Are you an entrepreneur because you want to make a lot of money? Why are you an entrepreneur? Well, I'll tell you right now, the real estate business will give you all the different answers that you want. Can you become rich? Can you become famous? Yes, you can do all those things. But if you're going to start out buying vacant land, Well, first of all, you want to find out if it's for sale. Well, go and see if there's any signs on it. Then start doing the traditional things. Start doing the research. If you don't research, you're not going to find out. Now, don't narrowcast whatever you do. Spread yourself out. Look in different places. Don't just use one land broker. Use multiple. Start getting different opinions. Why do you want different opinions? Because land is so different than just homes. Now, people buy homes, they don't mind the home next door looking very much like the one they have. With land, people have all kinds of different objectives. There's a place to look that doesn't cost a lot of money, and that's the Geographical Information System, GIS. Okay, Geographical Information System. It's a mapping tool. Most counties have it, and it's free. All right, so now you can start looking for properties, and it has multiple levels. In other words, it's a satellite that's looking down, and it will tell you topographical. It'll tell you from the surface, whether it's hilly, it'll give you all kinds of different information. Now, why do you want to use that? Not only is it cheap, but it'll show you all the land, and it'll give you the contact with the owners. All right, usually you can contact the owner just from going on the Geographical Information System. All right, now don't forget, you can always use the mail. You can use the mail to write the landowner, is your property for sale? Now, a lot of people don't expect that, but they'll really be surprised to hear from you. So if you've done your homework, now you'll know whether their pricing is realistic or whether you want to even get involved in that land. But remember, there's everything from different soils to different types of land, and you're going to have to study a little bit before you get into it. The MLS system. The MLS system is very good. What's it very good for? It's very good for finding all kinds of property, including land. All right, now, the National Association of Realtors tell us about 80, almost 90% of all properties become listed, but everybody doesn't buy from them. They buy other places. So we use other places in my business a lot more because I'm more involved in non-traditional real estate, which is tax defaulted properties. Now, what is that all about? Well, that's properties that people didn't pay the tax. If they didn't pay the tax, the local government, the county, is going to take that property away from them. They're going to confiscate it. So unpaid property tax causes real problems at the county. Well, the county has to pay the police. They have to pay the fire department. They have to pay the sheriff. They have to pay the school teachers. So they have lots of bills. Where's that money come from? A lot of it comes from property tax. If people haven't paid the property tax, well, then the legislature says, wait a minute. If you don't pay property tax, we're going to take your privilege of ownership away. And they take it away, and they let the county treasurer confiscate your property, take it away from you. And when they take it away, they sell it at auction for 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar. Now, wouldn't you like to buy property for 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents on the dollar? Well, of course you would. Well, those properties are sold at tax defaulted auction. Every county in the United States, 3,000 plus counties, will sell auction properties. All right, now, the starting bid is going to be very low. What it will actually sell for is going to be another story. But they start low, and those properties are sold without a mortgage and without a deed of trust loan. So now when you go to the auction, you can buy starting bid 10, 20 cents on the dollar, and then it's competitive bidding. Whoever is the highest bidder will get that property. What are you going to do with it? Well, of course, you're going to sell it. Now, where would you go about selling it? You could sell it on Craigslist. You could sell it on Trulia. You could sell it on eBay. You could sell it on everything from Craigslist all the way through to the MLS system. And once you sell it, you're going to keep all the profits. So you can buy for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar, and now you can sell for whatever price you want. All right, now, you are looking for land, how to find land and if it's for sale. I will tell you that at the tax defaulted auctions, they will have 20 to 25% of the property will be land, which is going to be for sale for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar. If you can buy for 10 and 20 cents on the dollar, how many do you want to buy? Especially when you know there's no mortgage and there's no deed of trust loan. Okay, now my name is Ted Thomas, and I'm going to run out of time here. But right below me, there will be a place for you to get an auction list. So if you're interested in this kind of property, there's an auction list right below me. Just go there and register right now.